and her.
So when you're not speaking, let's go on.
We're live.
We're live! Woohoo! We're live. Hey everyone! Thank you for watching. It's Tuesday, and the TWTW Hangout Day, and we are Dirk and Muriel, and we are very excited to have three amazing guests today in our panel. We're co-hosting this hangout as usual with our good friend Kim Justice, and I already lost count, Kim. I think we're almost hitting the 10th time or 9th time we're doing this hangout, where we cover a lot of great valuable trainings about freedom, how creating a freedom lifestyle. And well, what a nice thing about hanging around together is that we do it all in our comfy zones, and that's the great part of being online. And do you want to help me with this?
We are a bit off guard because we had some technical problems, but it's so nice. I think it's about 8, 9, 10 that we do this, and every week we keep meeting these beautiful people all around the world. We're from the Netherlands, and we have met people from New Zealand. We have people from the States, Canada, actually all over the planet, mm-hmm. And we are all, how do you call that? Chasing the same, have maybe the same goals in a way of, searching for that way to get the freedom lifestyle. And although it's something personal, freedom, it is. I don't know. I try to describe that to someone. It's like they're having the same feeling. It doesn't matter what the freedom for you is, but it's that. I don't know. It's that feeling of freedom that we all chase.
Yeah, right. And if you are looking for a way to escape your cubicle life, your job, if you are a mother or a father and you want to, perhaps you have a great job and a great paycheck, but you want to spend more time with your family, or you have dreams that people always tell you you can live them after you're becoming 65, right? Isn't that what we all learn on school? If you're done with that thoughts, then you're at the right place, because in this hangout we will cover the stories and valuable information and step-by-step guidelines to how you can change that. And right at the end, if we finish this hangout, you're already all set to go to make that change, to make a decision and to change your situation. And I think it's good now to first say hi to our special guest, Lynn Brown. Hi, Lynn. Oh, we have to put your mic on. Okay, again.
Hello.
Hi. Thank you for being here. It was your birthday 2 days ago, right?
Yes, it was.
Did you have a great day?
Had an awesome day, and it was a beautiful sunshiny day, and it was just non-stop all day long, so it was fun. Thanks.
Okay, nice. And thank you for your valuable time. We know you have a lot on your mind. You're a very successful leader. You coach a lot of people, and you have your own hangouts ready to go right after this one. So we really appreciate you as our guest today. I must say, with us it's nice. So we have Patricia Henry. Hi, Patricia. Oh. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Okay. Nice. Thank you for being here. We've met a couple of times on company events, and we always see you smiling and surrounded by a lot of people. You're like the smiley, happy lady who's connected with everyone, and we really love your energy. So we cannot wait for your inspiring vision and stories in about a couple of minutes. So, and then we have Cheryl, who has some difficulties. She has a stormy weather, so she will jump on a bit later. So that will be fine. And then
forget about Kim.
yeah, of course. And now I come to our dear Kim Justice. We co-host this together with her, week in, week out, true and dedicated partner. We're like business partner working together, and we have to say that Kim is going to do a very exciting thing next week. So Kim, just do we have your mic on? Please introduce yourself and share a bit about you.
Yeah, great. Thanks, guys. It's really exciting to be here again, and I think this is like the 10th or 11th hangout that we've done, and I'm always excited about these hangouts because we get to inspire people to kind of think outside the box on how to really live their lives, because we're basically proof that we're able to take a risk and develop some skills on how to run an online business. And with those skills, we've been able to provide solutions to living our ideal lifestyle. And it's been such an overwhelming experience being able to meet so many people that have very similar goals on wanting to escape the 9-to-5, wanting to be home with their kids, fellow travelers like myself, or just want more time freedom to do the things that they're passionate about. So that's why we're here, is to inspire people and really show you proof that this kind of lifestyle does exist. So many times I talk to people, and the last couple weeks I've been in a lot of stores, a lot of retail stores. We're shopping for our around the world trip, just getting our backpacks and travel gear and like first aid kit, all of that stuff. And so I'm in a lot of stores, and so I was in REI actually the other day, and I had like a ton of clothes in my hand, and I asked the gentleman who was working there if I could have a cart, and so he looked at me kind of strangely like, gosh, where are you going? So he brought me a cart, and he's like, what are you guys doing? How long are you going? And I'm like, well, we booked 6 months, but we actually have a year itinerary. He's like, oh my gosh, how are you able to do that? Like, my wife and I, we used to travel all the time, and now we have a 6-week-old child, and, eventually we want to be able to do that again. How do you guys do it? And, Chris and I, Chris, he saved a lot of money for us to be able to do this, and then while we're traveling, I've been able to work up my business, so we'll be making money on the road too. So my goal is for us to come back without spending all of our savings, because that's a huge reason why people come back home, is they can't continue traveling because they've saved up, they've spent all their savings. And another big reason is I want us to actually have more money when we come back. I want us to have more money, so that way we have the time freedom, we have the ability to take our time when we get home, and it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen because how my business is running. Every time I go to these events, every time I meet and mastermind with these people, my income increases significantly. So that's the beauty of this business. When you go to events, that's the nugget there. When you go to these events, you're able to mastermind with people that are earning 6 and 7 figures online, and mastermind with them, and they can tell you like exactly how to do it. So that's the beauty of it. And you're only working a couple hours a day. You're not working all day long, and it's fun too. So we're really excited about our around the world trip, and we're going to be making money while we're traveling, and we're really excited for this next venture in our lives. But anyway, so he asked me what I was doing, and he was like, you know, I could tell there was some envy there because he's there at REI on a Saturday. It's a big sale weekend. I'm sure he's going to work a 12-hour shift, and you know, there's people out there that during the summertime season, especially in retail, you're working long hours during the weekends, and the last thing you want is to be there, and you want to be outside enjoying the nice summer weather. So, you know, it's a real great thing having this opportunity to travel and to meet and, you know, have fun with a lot of people in the online business industry. So I'm glad to be here, guys.
So nice, and such an inspiring story, and we're excited for you. We're excited for you, Kim. And I love to, shall we start with Lynn, because Lynn, you're a big example for, I think, a lot of families, for a lot of mothers. I heard a story. I saw another hangout with you, and I read a couple of things about you. And you were already, already untangled. You were untangled from your job, I think, if I remember right. And you were a six-figure earner already. But you came to a certain moment that you decided something had to change. Can you please share a bit with us about that particular moment, the situation you were in, and what you wanted to change?
Sure, I will definitely do that, Marielle. And I really appreciate you and Dirk, you know, inviting me. When you reached out to me, I thought that was really cool that you did that. And just like you say, we can reach around the planet and connect with people that have of like minds, and we can both help each other and help our community and just keep this thing growing. So I really appreciate, you know, the time, you know, to share with your audience. I'm Lynn Brown, and I live in Central Coast, California right now, but I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan, right out just west of Detroit. And I was the typical corporate, you know, set up to be this corporate person because I didn't go to college. My dad didn't believe in sending girls to college, you know, paying money for girls to go to college. All they would do is party and meet boys and stuff like that. So, which is okay, because at that time, like I said, in the 70s, all I knew was that you went to high school, graduated, got a job, and I started with the big corporation. I thought I was going to work for Ford Motor or one of the big, you know, auto companies, but didn't get a job with them. But I did, you know, get this job with a huge corporation. And I started as a teletype operator and worked myself up. I was a woman in corporate America, and if anybody knows this, it was a very tough go, and it still is to a point today. But so I kept working in that aspect, and fortunately that company, when I turned 21 years old, asked me to supervise their district office in San Francisco, California. They asked me, would you like to be relocated? I'm like, yeah. So I always wanted to be out here in California, and that was my opportunity. So since I've been 21 years old, I've lived here in California. So left that corporate job after 9 years, and then got into the real estate lending industry for almost 23 years. And I gotta say, it was an industry that I had to learn. It was an industry that I grew with, and I became very successful at. But then there came a time when I got married, and my husband and I, we had our son. After after only being married 1 year, we had our son, our one and only. And here I was working just like morning, noon, and night, what I call slinging the loans, because we had refinance booms, as we called it, where we were literally working morning, noon, and night doing home loans for people because the interest rates had dropped. This has happened, you know, a couple of times during that 23-year period. So there were times I remember you know, where you would think that, you know, you're going out to dinner and all this kind of thing, the phone would ring. I mean, you were constantly, the phone was constantly in my ear. I just never really, I never really enjoyed that part of it at all. But when our son was growing up, it really started getting to me. I would go to work, drop him off at daycare. My husband was working for the restaurant industry, and he was working nights. I was working days. I mean, we barely saw each other. So I would get our son up in the morning at like 6:30 in the morning every morning, get him ready for, you know, the day, get myself ready for the day, rush into daycare, go to work. And then my husband, he wouldn't get home till like 3 in the morning. So this kept going on, and, you know, time after time after time. And at this point in my life, I was a manager of a bank in Arizona. I accepted a job, a very cushy job. I had my own office. Everything seemed great, you know, the bonuses. I was a VP of this bank, managed this mortgage department. You thought, oh, wow, she is just on top of it, right? Well, I would sit in my office just like this and look out the window and think, is this what life is really all about? I mean, is this how I'm supposed to live my life here on out? It just didn't feel right. Something was missing. And, you know, Mariel knows this part of my story because I shared this in this last hangout. I was taking my son home. I would pick him up from daycare, and sometimes we would stop at the restaurant so you know, my husband would be able to see, you know, our son. And but it was always dark, you know, it was always after work and, you know, that kind of thing. So we were coming home, and I was at a stoplight, and our son's in the back seat, you know, all buckled in, and I don't even know if I had the radio on, but I just remember him just as plain as day. He was only 4 years old, 3 or 4 years old, and he goes, "Mom, when will we see Dad in the sun?" And it's just like, oh my God, I mean, I get chills every time I say this. I don't care who I'm talking to or, you know, what hangout I'm sharing it on. I get chills even saying that now because I remember him being that little in that car seat. Well, that just told me something that, you know, these kids really know what's going on. And so I told my husband, you know, when I saw him next, I told him what, you know, our son had said. And he goes, wow, we got to really do something. I said, I know. I mean, I said, this is great, the money's great, you know, and you think like we're, you know, we're making it big and all this kind of thing, but we're not happy and we're not living life. And I never knew that there was a choice. And I think there's a lot of corporate people out there. Well, I know there are a lot of corporate people out there that are living this type of lifestyle that they think they're supposed to be living when there's other choices out there. There's other ways to live your life. And even if you're not making 6 figures, you can have a very a freedom lifestyle that will allow you to live your life with your family and travel and all that kind of thing. And I didn't know this until years later. And I was always fighting the people that, you know, I was working for because I was still an independent contractor. I got, you know, when we left Arizona, came back to California, I was an independent contractor. You know, that's like a self-employed, but still had to hang my license with a broker. So they would dictate what I needed to do. And I finally put my foot down and said, look, I've got to work at home. And when I started doing that, I started getting online, trying to look for things. But, you know, back then, we didn't have the internet like it is today. We didn't have all the social sites. LinkedIn was the only thing that I used during my real estate days, and that was very helpful for that. But we didn't have the Facebook like it is today, or the Twitters, or the Pinterest, or any of that kind of stuff, Instagram, you know. So one day, somebody sent me this Facebook message, and I don't do Facebook a lot as far as messages and stuff, and I don't even know why I opened this message, but I did, and it said something about you can work from home and, you know, that kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, I've heard this song and dance before. But for some reason, I clicked on that link, and I watched this funny guy, and it was a 45-minute long video, and I said, this is it. He's talking exactly, his vision is exactly what mine is, and that is living life, you know, your way. And so I immediately got on board. I ran downstairs, I showed my husband, and he was kind of like, what? Who is this guy? You know? And I said, I don't care. We're doing this. You know, I'm going to do this. And now my vision, our son is older, but this was 2.5 years ago. So I was able to enjoy, you know, his college time. He did go to college for two years. So we enjoyed his college, you know, days, and now he's moving into his own apartment and all that kind of thing. And I get to be there for all of that. You know, I get to be now, you know, we were talking the other night. I mean, we just have these great conversations now. And he also sees me as this different person, that you do not have to live life. You know, if they peg you a certain way, don't believe it. Believe in what your heart says and what your passion says and what it is that you really want to do in life. And then go for that. And I believe this community that I'm in now, we're showing examples. We're sharing with people the message that you can live a freedom lifestyle, and it starts from zero. It starts from zero, and you just keep working at it. And we show everybody how to do it. We show everybody how to become successful, and we help each other. I mean, it's a vision of people helping people, and that's the reason why I'm here for the long haul. I will never give this up. And you know, the mission is always, you know, that we want to succeed. I believe we all have success every single day. If you're a positive person and you look at your life that way every single day, you have success. Now you just have to decide, what vehicle do you want to use? What way do you want to, you know, gain that extra freedom of time that, you know, Kim and Muriel talked about? And how, you know, how can you do that? And I'm telling you, this group of people, this community that, you know, you're looking in on right now, this is what you can really sink your feet into and really dive in and see what it's all about. So anyway, I just wanted to share a little bit about that, and hopefully that helps people, especially those that are in that 9 to 5. Even if you're working those midnight shifts and things like that, you have a choice. There are other choices. Don't think that you have to stay where you're at, especially because I'm not going to tell you what year my birthday was like 2 days ago, but I'm getting up there to that 65 that Kim was talking about, and trust me, we will be in seven-figure land, and you know, we won't have to worry about retirement accounts, 401ks, and all that kind of thing, or the economy, or anything like that. But anyway, I wanted to share my message of, you know, that people can become successful in any vehicle that you want. Just go out there and just do it. So that's what I've got for you, Muriel and Dirk.
Wow, Lynn. Powerful. We love hearing your backstory, how you started, and that moment of realization. And I think it's great to bring some awareness that we're already having success translated in a big paycheck. You know, you had no money issues, but you had freedom issues, right? Like not spending time together with your family issues. And I'm perfectly, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people relate to that. And you told this story so great with details, and I think a lot of people can take out of it bits that will hit their reason, right? They should take the decision to change, and there is a way to change. And yeah, wow.
Yeah, I just recognize a little bit in the story. We have a restaurant. We're still running a restaurant inside. It has now a team that runs it, so we can go now. I think about 10 years, we started with a very small restaurant of our own, and our owners, Sam, would bring her along. And it felt like freedom. It's like, hey, you can come to my work, anything nice. But it was not. She would leave out of the door, and that was it. So it was not freedom, although we owned the place and stuff like that. And that is the difference from being self-employed and having that, you know, your own business and stuff like that. and then the transformation to an entrepreneur and create jobs for other people and actually create the freedom for yourself and actually do the things you have. And it's not maybe not even about having the 6 or 7 figures. Of course you can do a lot more, but it's basically the first goal. I mean, for me it was the first goal is to have that change, to have that freedom and actually spend time with your kids until the point comes that they do not want to spend time with you for this long period, and they do not want to be kissed goodbye in the schoolyard. But that's another thing. But you have the choice to do that, and that's so awesome that is possible with this. Absolutely possible. Yeah.
I have a quick question. So when you talked about making it, if you can mute. Sorry. Lynn?
Yes?
Okay. Yeah, do you mind muting real quick? I'll cue you in. There's a lot of feedback coming up.
Did you want to ask me something?
I will. There's a lot of feedback. I'm afraid people won't understand what I'm saying. Thank you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, take over.
Okay. So, okay, this is about freedom, right? And the ability to take that moment to unleash yourself from your job, from your whatever you want to break free from. And then before you have to go to your own team hangout. Do you want to share one great tip that will help overcoming obstacles for people who are watching, who want to start using the same system as you are using and we are using? Because people have obstacles, they have fears. Do you want to share one great tip?
Sure. Whoops. Sure. I saw the little microphone mute. Yeah, you know, you're right, Marielle. There are these obstacles, or we think there's these obstacles that are stopping us, and I think one of those obstacles is a comfort zone. We find ourselves coming home and doing the same thing every single day. Or we get up in the morning and we do the same thing every day, right? We drive to work the same way. You know, we get up at the same time. We do the same routine over and over again. I think that's an obstacle right there. Mm-hmm. And what I've found is that if you step out of that comfort zone, and I mean seriously, go a different route to work, you're going to find that it just kind of like opens you up to these possibilities. It's going to open you up to listening and learning and finding out more, but it's also going to test you on doing that and getting out of this comfort zone. So that's some things that I tell people, you know, if you do the same thing, like, you know, I don't always sit in this office every day. I'll go out to the park. I'll go out to the ocean. I'll go, you know, I'll do different things just to, you know, when I do videos or that sort of thing. It's to get out of that. Don't put yourself in that same rut, because you don't. Part of living your life, part of living this freedom lifestyle, is getting out of that comfort zone and doing things differently. Mm-hmm. So the events are really important to attend, because, man, I'm telling you, every event is different. I've been to 12. Well, we've been traveling almost every month, you know, once a month, sometimes twice a month now. And the events are a big part of the travel that we do. And I'm telling you, that gets you out of your comfort zone. And not only that, but you're going to meet people that help you to move forward, to push forward. So anybody new that's thinking, I wonder what this really is all about, come to the next event, and then you're going to see, you're going to hear, you're going to feel, you're going to be inspired, and then you're going to understand why you do have to move out of this comfort zone, and you'll be opened up to, you know, to new and better things.
Right, that's a great tip, Lynn. Thank you. And what I also do, you have to go in 4 minutes, if I'm right. So
yeah,
taking advantage of the time we have left.
Sorry about that.
like the comfort zone and I think the mindset part. And I think what also will help our visitors of tonight to hear is that the system we are working with that enables us to create profits and freedom also provides trainings and audios, mindset strengthening. How do you say that? You can strengthen your mindset by listening to those audios that are in the system as well, and it helped us personally a lot to create the mindset of somebody who is free, because we all grew up with certain ideas that were given to us on school, you know, family around you, that you have to do certain things, and now we learn that there are other ways, like you were saying, the listening to those audios in this system is helping you to feel stronger and dare not to walk online anymore. So, and that's exactly what you were covering, Lynn, because you decided to take another course, and so I'm really happy that you were one of our guests tonight. I will not keep you longer anymore because you have to go to your team. Your team needs you. So, and we had a few difficulties in the beginning with some technical problems. There's something in the air because Cheryl isn't back yet. She's right in the middle of the storm. So, thank you for your patience, and love to see you another time. And
thank you very much, Marielle and Dirk.
And then you just go to your team. Thank you.
Thank you again. I really appreciate it. Nice meeting you, Patricia and Kim. Thank you again.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Jeez. Are we still on?
Okay.
Fantastic. So we have Patricia. All right. I wanted to touch on a couple things that Lynn was saying, and sorry for if anyone was hearing feedback, but so Lynn was talking about getting out of your comfort zone, and a big reason why people do not search for a solution to their to designing their ideal lifestyle is because, one, they don't think that they can do it, or two, they don't think there's a solution out there. So with that being said, when someone, that's why we do these hangouts, is to show social proof, is to show that we are normal people. I have a degree in dumbbells. I have a degree in exercise science. Nothing related to an online business. However, I have to say that having a positive mindset and having the that outside the box mindset, it's kind of guided me into this direction. So when you are stuck in a mode, when you're stuck in a situation, it is possible to get out of it. There is always a solution when your why, when your dream is bigger and it kind of scares you a little bit. It's so big that it makes you tear up. It's so big that it makes you do whatever it takes to get it done. And there are inspirational audios to listen to. We have them in our online business system because as an online entrepreneur, it is so important, and any entrepreneur, I mean, you can own a brick and mortar business, it is so important to have a daily input that's very inspirational, that's motivating, and that's positive, because there's so much negative input out there that, with the news and with media, I mean, there's so many negative things out there, and also some mixed messages too on how to live your life. We grow up in this ideal that the American dream, even though we're speaking to people all over the world, but the American dream is to have a job, to literally have a job, to pay bills, and do that for, I don't know, 60 years, and then retire, and then have enough money to be able to do what you want. But in reality, that's not the case for a lot of people. They're still just getting by, paying bills, and they're spending 60 years of their life working most of the time and not able to spend time with their family or travel or do the things that they want to do. So having that kind of outside the box mentality and having that positive mindset really, really helps in being an entrepreneur, because honestly, without that positive input on a daily basis, it's very hard to succeed to getting your ideal lifestyle. You have to have those really influential things. Like, for instance, Tim Ferriss, he talks about how he reads, how he listens to audios all the time, and he found solutions to be able to travel the world, to work a 4-hour work week. You know, he's a great example of that. Tony Robbins, he talks about doing what you love. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad, you know, he talks about network marketing and information marketing, and how people are still back in the industrial age, and we need to get out of the industrial and get into the information age. And that's what having an online business is, especially in our online business system. We have the ability to take advantage of information and use it to help people and use it to live our lives. And that's what's great about our particular system that we use, is everything is right there in one hub to help you. And for those that are on the website now, there is a button below that you can click on to have access to that system. And you have mentorship, training, and the exact game plan right there in front of you to set up an individualized business plan for you. And that's what's great, is we have pretty much thought of everything on how to help you be successful in this business. And mindset is definitely one of those, and that's what we put into this. And who doesn't like to feel good every day, you know? I do. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that a little bit. I know I kind of went on a tangent there, but it was an important note. She hit a really big nugget there. And, you know, if you have a dream, don't think that you can't do it, because that's the exact mindset that will take you to not doing it. If you have that mindset that you can, you will, and you'll do whatever it takes to get there. So I believe in you guys. You guys can do it. But yeah, anyway, without further ado, it's great to have Patricia on here. You know, we've known her at least for the last like 2 events. I've known her since Vegas, and when we met in the Superwomen Connection group, where it's a group of women and we share and mastermind about what business strategies are helping us produce an income in order to live our ideal lifestyle. So that's what's great about meeting at events, is that we're able to mastermind with people from all over the world, because not one technique works for everybody. We are able to share all the different income producing activities, marketing activities, in order to really get the income that we desire. So Patricia, if you don't mind telling us a little bit about, like, you know, within a couple minutes, tell us about how your online entrepreneurship began. You know, exactly where you were at, and why, or like how you found this system, and why it's going to be a solution to living your ideal lifestyle.
Well, hi everybody. I have to say thank you once again for inviting me to this hangout, Muriel, Dirk, and Kim. And it was nice meeting you at, like you said, we met at these events that we go to. We do have our online businesses, so we do not just sit at home and work on our computers and work on our businesses. The whole idea of these businesses is giving us the freedom lifestyle, the time freedom that we want. So as you said, Kim, you're about to take a journey and with your boyfriend and go hiking or exploring the world for a whole year. You know, that's everyone's dream. I know that I would love to do that. I have traveled the world, but that was from work. And just to give you a little bit of background, first of all, and of course, Muriel, you know, we've met too, and Dirk, but just to give you a little bit of background, I used to be a fashion designer, And that's how I was able to travel the world most of the time. I didn't have to pay for anything. My bosses would pay for my trips because I would go and get inspiration and ideas. I would go to Paris and London and Italy and China. So all of that was paid for. Well, like I said, which is wonderful. Now I do have this online business, and you're asking me how did I find it? Well, I have a cousin who wanted me to get on Facebook, just to keep up with family and friends. And at first I thought it was a waste of time. And I started, like everybody, going on and discovering, oh, here's a friend that I haven't seen in 2,000 years, let me click on the like button and see if they answer me back, and that journey began like that. So found a few friends, and I was just about to play this Farmville thing that everybody was doing. I kept popping up in my news feed, and I kept saying, well, is that all the people that I know? That's what they're doing, and that's what they're playing? And I'm not that kind of a girl, game girl or anything like that. Occasionally for maybe some recreation, that might be fun, but I didn't want to get sucked into that. And I saw this ad on the side of Facebook, and I started clicking on that, and I went, what is this about? What is that about? And I started just looking at those businesses, and I didn't join them right away because I had no idea what it was all about. And when I found this system, it happened to be with my upline that I am with now. I joined her in another business before, actually we both found this system. She found it first, and then of course she asked me to join her, which I did. I had no idea what it was about either, because like I said, I was new. I didn't know what online marketing was. I didn't know what internet marketing was. I didn't know any of that. I know that you could have a website, and as a fashion designer, my husband wanted me to get a brick and mortar store. And I said, well, I don't want to do that because you have to pay for the mortgage, for that, or the 5-year contract if you have to get a space to put your store, and then the overhead and the employees and all that. So I figured, well, maybe I could do something on Etsy or Amazon or all of those kind of things. Well, I didn't really start any of that because another thing I didn't want to do is, although I love designing, don't get me wrong, that was my passion for over 35 years. I was a fashion designer, like I said, but I still didn't want to do that because you have to, it's a lot involved. If you know anything about it, you've got to go find the fabrics. You've got to, shop the stores, see the styles. You do have to travel to find the ideas that you may want to do in a line. You've got to cut and sew. You've got to make patterns. I mean, you've got to have a pattern maker. I could do that all myself, but it's a lot of work. You have to travel to go get your fabrics, and it's just a lot of work. So I said, I can also buy things, things that are pre-made for people and ship them that way out to people. But then there may be dissatisfaction. There might be the returns. They don't fit, and people are finicky. Mariel, that's what that means. That word means wishy-washy, okay? They may like it one way, and then you got to change it, and then you got to do it another way. A designer's thing is like a designer's nightmare. You have buyers come in and you have this ideal dress. It's made beautiful the way you see it in your eyes, the way you created it, the way you've designed it, right? And then a buyer will come and say, well, because they know their customers and what their customers need. And of course, you as a designer know what they need too. But what they'll say is, say you've designed a summer dress, but you've got some short sleeves. Oh, I want it sleeveless. Or maybe you've designed it where it's long, and they want it short. And maybe you've put it in a beautiful yellow, but they want it in black. So it's like, okay already, enough already. So again, designing is fun if people would just take it the way it is. I don't want to change anything. So even when doing custom design, I never got into that. I would rather, they don't understand the expense involved, the running back and forth to have the patterns made, to have it fitted. I just tell them, you see, there's a store over there. You can go buy it over there. That's it. So anyway, back to my online journey. That's how I found the system. I said, what can I find that's easy and simple? Well, it isn't that simple. You still have to work. You still have to learn things, which is wonderful. But to join this community that I'm in now, I find that you're not by yourself. And you're always going to have people there that you can reach out to ask questions and to help you with your online journey.
Wow, that is a great backstory. And what I really like about it is that you were covering that you were doing your passionate work as a designer, offline work, nothing with a computer, nothing with online things, but now you are using a computer and leveraging the internet. And how were you able with this system to learn the skills using now in your online business? Because working online, you know, we use like things as links and we blog and things like that. How were you able to learn those things? Can you cover this for people who are newbies on the internet to help them overcome their fears starting working online?
Yes. Well, that's the thing. I was kind of scared to death because I didn't know anything about what blogging was or an online business was. But joining this system that we're in, it helps you to understand what blogging is all about and how to market your blog, because in our back office, again, I don't want to mention the system, but in our back office, we have training videos back there. So people don't have to be intimidated by it. They can go and click on any one of those to find out what they want. Of course, the thing is, what I like about it, it has 8 core commitments. So once you go through those, then you can go through the other modules to open up your mind to learning how to do this business. So they really don't have to be afraid to go back there and, like I said, click on any one of those items to get the knowledge that they want. It's all a mindset thing for them. Don't like, for instance, also what I liked what Kim was talking about. For instance, it helps you to read different books as well. Think and Grow Rich. One of mine, I know a lot of people have financial difficulties, or they are set on one way of living. And to know that there's another way to make a living is mind-blowing. Everybody is stuck in that 40-year or 30-year mindset that they think they need to be working on a job for 30 years and then they retire. Well, I'm 63 and I'm going to retire. Well, actually, I'm retired right now, and in 2 more years, I will be officially retired. I'll be 65. And I find that when I talk to people who are my age that might be intimidated, I tell them about the system that we have in the back office. They really don't have to be afraid to go back there and learn something new.
Okay, that is great that you mentioned this, because if we talk about the system and working online, you know, have the ability to work around, you know, whatever you are on the world. Like Kim she will go travel the world with her laptop. She will be able to earn an income online, and you are able to earn an income online, although you're not 20 and had a lot of skills online as well. So we're all so different, and all can make this work. And I think that is nice to be aware of, and to mention that this is for everyone. This can be, but you and the system covers not only mindset trainings, but also skill, technical, strategy trainings, and even trainings like go from what a link is, right, and until up to real technical strategies, how to bring your, if you for example have a brick and mortar business, you will learn how to put customers in front of you instead of hunting them down, and that's what I like to mention as well, one of the benefits of working with this system. So
it's interesting too, Mariel, that designing, part of my company is called Designs with a Z. And it's to empower your network designs. And when they do join this system, and they do join under any one of us, they'll be able to design their own freedom lifestyle. And that's what I really love about being and having an online internet business, working online. And you know, with my why is my husband. I know you guys have children, and Kim has her boyfriend, and we want to make a different lifestyle for ourselves. We don't want that typical 9-to-5 cubicle work. And like I said, even though I was a designer and I loved my job, albeit there was a lot of work and it was showing my creativity, now with this blogging platform, I can express myself. And even if I wanted to still have an online store, I can have it right there on my blog. And I can show other people how to do that, other professionals who are in my industry who want to get out of that typical brick and mortar type of atmosphere, to be able to have their own boutiques perhaps online if they really want to go that route. So for me, the free time and freedom is here. Again, you only work a few hours. Once you may need to work a little bit more as you're learning the system, because there are things, like I said, different modules that you have to go through and you have to learn. Anything that new is a learning curve. There will be a learning curve, I should say. But I'm doing this for my husband because he's been working on his job for over 35 years, and I know he wants to retire, and hopefully, no, not hopefully, but I will retire him.
Hoo-ha!
hoo-ha! Thank you, Patricia.
Yeah, awesome, Patricia. I just want to link a little bit back in what Kim said, and you said it as well before about the Think and Grow Rich and all the trainings that are provided inside. What I always like is the fact that it's about only 10% of the skill set you have to learn. So it's not that a lot to learn. It's about 10%, but it's the 9% skill set that you need. So you probably see also a lot of people around you that maybe what you said, the people of your own age, is that a bit skeptic of what you're doing, and because we're just not used to it. We are brought up, even I think even we. I'm 43. Oh no, you're 43. I'm 42, and you know, I'm brought up with the idea you go to school and finish it, and that is what you do in the rest of the, I don't know, the rest of your life, and then hopefully you survive and have some time left to do some fun stuff. And but we have two grown-up kids, and I don't know, the day is too short. But to make that transformation from what you're used to wow, making money online, because that's basically what it is, and joining a system and having just a different perspective is. I always like this quote of Napoleon Hill: "What the mind can achieve, it can achieve." Is what you start to believe. What you can imagine, if your mind does not see the difference between reality and what's not real. So if you visualize your goals and you know, just change it, your mind cannot see the difference. So that change it takes a lot of practice, and it takes a lot of work. I don't know if it's a lot of work, but
you know, I was going to say yes, because what I find is a lot of people too, you have to change their mindset. That's number one, as mentioned. But they don't want to do videos. Like, for instance, Muriel and Dirk, you know, when I go around, and you guys have seen in my Facebook news feed, every time there is an event, I go around and I take the leaders' pictures. I take videos with them, and I do videos of the events. I'm kind of like the newscaster of the events. That's what I'm dubbing myself here, you know. And people recognize me for doing that. I did not realize that, but they do. They do. So, you know, giving value there, showing people on camera and on the videos that this is a real business, this is a live business that people are making money at and having success, that they should cut on the camera too. Don't be afraid to attract people. After all, this is an attraction marketing business as well, to get the type of clients that you need for your business. So don't be afraid to cut on that camera if you're at home, just showing your lifestyle, what you're doing, so that you can get used to it. And then when you join us and click the link below and join us for the next event, you know, we can get to see some of your videos or their videos in our news feeds when there is another event.
Yeah. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you.
Get out of that comfort zone.
Kim, are you there?
You want to wrap it up, baby?
Yeah.
No, I wanted to touch on, you know, Patricia, you had a great point, and I wanted to make it clear for the audience that, so when Patricia was looking on Facebook and then she saw this opportunity, or she saw this how to learn how to maybe do Facebook advertising or XYZ, or how to get leads online. You know, she didn't see herself designing clothes. She didn't see herself designing for people or selling like maybe clothes online because of the amount of work that it put into it. But she found a solution for how to make money online by selling maybe digital products or Amazon products, or you know, being an affiliate of people that offer a clothing line, and then she gets a commission off of them. You know, that's the great thing about our online business system, is it teaches you how to sell any product online, basically. You know, we have that ability to learn step by step, and Patricia talked about these modules. We learn step by step on how to sell products online, and it could be any product. We love affiliate marketing because that way we're able to, and especially of digital products, because we don't have any inventory. We're an affiliate, so we aren't the ones who are creating these products. You know, if you have your own product, great. That's why we love the modules, so you can go step by step and learn about marketing techniques and how to sell your own products online. So what Patricia was looking for was a solution on how she didn't have to create her own products, but maybe she can become an affiliate of people that are creating products, and she can learn about marketing and sell those products online and get a commission. And when you start to automate your business, meaning you're doing email marketing, you have Instagram running, but you're networking with people, you're able to just work a few hours per day, and you're able to do it from a laptop, so you can do it from anywhere in the world and sell these products while you're sleeping, basically. That's what's awesome about automation online. So I just wanted to kind of clear that up, that Patricia needed a solution for not going to the traditional route of having a brick and mortar business and designing her own clothes, to reselling maybe an affiliate's products in order to make money. And it cuts down time and headaches significantly, and that's what we teach step by step. And we have a mentorship program where you can actually have mentors helping you with that, so you have a real person helping you. And that's why it's been so great, and it's helped so many new people to the online business world be successful online. I mean, this is like, never seen anything like this before. I've been online for a while now, and I've tried and failed a lot of things, but this is the one system that has helped me be able to actually make income online. So that was the important thing that I wanted to mention out of Patricia's story. So thank you, Patricia, for really highlighting that switch, because I think it's really important for people to hear that. So thank you for that. But yeah, again, reach out to the person that connected you to this Hangout. It's one of those things where we are available. We are people that love and care about helping others. So, you know, I'm a personal trainer. Patricia, she's a fashion designer. Dirk and Muriel, they have social worker background. So we are all people that love helping people. So, you know, reach out to us. Also, you can just join the system, and you'll actually be able to see how you can start making money this week. Okay, that's the biggest thing. Is that's how powerful our system is. But thank you so much, guys, for joining us. We're here every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and we love having you. We really love sharing and inspiring and getting all the great feedback from our audience. So thank you so much, guys. And again, thanks, Dirk and Muriel, for co-hosting. You guys are great. I love you guys.
Always, sweetie.
Okay.
Always.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Patrice.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.